Kevin Schwaller with KXAN. We've been trying to reach you for an interview. You might.
KXAN investigators have been digging into a rash of lawsuits from this Austin attorney and his client. In less than a year's time, they've sued nearly 400 local businesses for violations under the Americans with Disabilities Act. But the defendants question the motive, and this could cost them some big bucks.
Now, KXAN investigator Kevin Schwaller shows us why a California congressman is pushing for change nationwide.
Many Austin business owners we spoke with say they were taken off guard by the lawsuits. They didn't get a warning. Still, warnings are not required under the law. They also had issues with a letter they got demanding money to settle. And they had problems with some of the allegations. Well, now a congressman is noticing a similar pattern on the West Coast, and he's taking action that could have national impact.
We call it sort of a drive-by lawsuit.
Congressman Jerry McNerney says businesses in his California district started telling him about lawsuits they're facing from lawyers and their clients, accusing them of violating the Americans with Disabilities Act.
They'll go by, they'll see a sign maybe not quite in the right place or some minor infraction, sue, and this could put the business the business out of business.
The bill proposes requiring notice to give businesses a heads up that they have a problem before they end up in court. Businesses would have 90 days to make fixes before someone could sue them, and it would ban demand letters asking for settlement money in that 90-day period.
American with Disability Act has done a lot of good. It's opened up businesses to people that wouldn't have had that access before. But lately, there's just been abuse of that law.
How are you going about finding violations at all these businesses or potential violations?
There are violations everywhere you look. I just ask people to look around their businesses. So it's not a matter of nobody is being targeted, but I mean there's a lot of just people that just don't comply with federal law.
That's attorney Omar Rosales. He and his client are behind nearly 400 ADA lawsuits in Austin. Austin accessibility advocate and attorney Jim Harrington is defending against some of those lawsuits because he says he believes Rosales and his client are abusing the law. He believes the ADA has made Austin more accessible, and he wants to be sure changes won't hurt the law.
I'm very sensitive. In fact, that's why I'm taking the case, is I don't want anybody to be in a situation where we end up making the ADA bad or not as good as it is right now. It's a very delicate balance. We'll keep watching the bill to let you know what happens. The congressman says he wants to work with members of the disability community on this issue. He does point out that Congress has few legislative days left to try to get this passed. He says if it doesn't pass this year, though, he'll try again in coming years. Kevin Schwaller, KXAN, investigates.
Online now, our digital investigation, demanding action, Austin's ADA lawsuit industry. Kevin and fellow KXAN investigator David Barrere take you on an interactive tour of these cases sweeping the city. See when and where they're playing out. Plus, video extras with some of the main players behind the suits. And an in-depth look at what's really at the heart of this issue, accessibility and the law. It's all in the investigative section of KXAN.com.